Hello, my name is Colin Hamilton. I am the captain for the University of Florida's Human Powered Vehicle Design team. This year we were going to present Gator Boy under team number 15 for the North America North event. As a status update, we were unable to complete the bike prior to our department's cease work order. As an update, our frame it was completed, but it was delivered 2 days after the cease work order into a locked building, so we were unfortunately unable to do any physical testing on the delivered frame. After 11 welds that we would have done in-house, the frame would have been completed. The onto the fairing, the mold was approximately 50% done. And layups would have been completed the week after the cease order was mandated. Additionally, our drivetrain was completed and it was tested on a separate frame, but we awaited installation until we received the actual frame. To give an update, or not an update, an overview, our frame material chosen is still the same 4130 alloy steel. It was manufactured by the Canadian company VR3 Engineering, which is used by many different teams in different competitions. For the RPS testing, as I stated beforehand, we were unable to do any physical testing of it. We were planning on using strain gauges in the high stress areas to confirm the ASME human powered vehicle requirements. Additionally, we were able to complete FEA testing that was included in the report, and for completeness, it will be included in this presentation, but unfortunately, like I said, we will not include the physical testing. In this case, I apologize for my camera overlaying the view, but for the top load case, the maximum deflection was 1.72 centimeters, leaving us approximately 3.25 for the factor of safety given to us. And then for the stresses associated with it, it was 413.3 megapascals, which yielded a factor of safety of approximately 1.1. For the side load, there was a maximum deflection of 0.72 centimeters, yielding about a factor of safety of 5.3. And for the stresses associated with it, it was 422.8 megapascals, yielding a factor of safety of approximately 1.1. Moving on to the fairing testing, like I said prior, our physical fairing was not able to be tested since the layups were due to be completed at the end of the next week after the cease work order was issued. Testing that was done prior and is elaborated on more than in the documentation provided was different composite dog bone samples that were tested with a INSTRON testing machine and weighed to compare their weight characteristics. To compare the different samples, we measured the mass per area ratio in kilograms per meter squared, and found the maximum tensile force completed with 5 different samples for each different layer type, yielding 20 total samples. So the chosen design was a 2-ply design, which is the third in the tabulated list. In this case, it wasn't the strongest, but it was chosen the best design because of its the price associated with it and the strength that it afforded us. It was 3-ply, although it was 60% stronger. It had approximately a 51% increase in the mass per area ratio. This was also seen with the fiberglass, but only an 18.6 increase in the tensile strength, with the 2-ply offset by a 45-degree phase. It was both weaker and there was a negligible change in mass per unit area. Additionally, like I said before, the financial incentive of going with the 2-ply was sufficient for our needs. The drivetrain testing that I mentioned prior was done on a consumer bicycle with our internal hub, our 14-speed internal hub. all of our gears were able to be reached, and we were able to achieve more than 20 miles an hour, although it was not tested. It was sufficiently above 20 though. Just some miscellaneous testing. We were able to weld the tubing that we had in supply to test the weldability of our frame before it arrived. We had ample penetration, and we were able to complete the weld without blowing through the tubing. So as a conclusion, we were unfortunately unable to characterize the final frame and fairing due to the cease work order. Additionally, we were able to confirm through FEA that the sideload and topload cases would have passed the cases set forth by the competition rules. Testing of the drivetrain was successful, and the weld testing was successful. So I appreciate everything that you guys do, and I hope the competition goes well for everyone. Have a good day.